Okay, this is grade 4, and this is lesson 71. So today we're going to look at what happens when you have a division problem and there's some zeros involved. So first of all, let's take a look at one that has something like this, where we have 5 over here and as the divisor, and we have 200 over here as our dividend. So I put to the side dad, mom, sister, bro, rover. And what I did was I wanted to put that there so we can go over each step. So first, dad, or divide. So I take how many 5s can I get out of 20? And how many 5s can I get out of 20? I can get 4. So we're putting that 4 up top. Now that we have mom, remember dad's the only one allowed on the roof, so that's why the 4 is on the roof. That's a divide part. Roof times the door ends up on the floor, and there's our floor. So that's mom. 4 times 5 is 20. Roof times door ends up on the floor. Sister, subtract. Sister, subtract. 20 minus 20 is 0. We are not done here, okay? We need to continue the process. So we have bro, or bring down. Bring down. Here's our bro. He's by himself. He's home. Brother's in town, so we bring him on down. And there he is. So now we have this new number we look at. That new number is 0. However, we still have to go. Here's our process. We brought a brother down, so we need to go up to dad. So how many 5s can we get out of 0? 0. So 0 goes above the brother that we just brought down, and that 0 is going to go there. Now we have it so that we do mom again. Roof times the door ends up on the floor. Here's our roof times the door, and there's our floor. Our sister, subtract, and we get 0 left over. And we don't have a brother to bring down, so the sis, no bro, is rover left over, or our remainder. So our remainder is 0. Okay, that's the first type of problem with 0 in it. Now, the next type of problem with 0 deals with if we have a problem and it doesn't necessarily end in 0, but what if we have something like this? 131 divided by 4. Or let's just do 5 again. 5s are easier for us to remember, right? So 5 divided by 13, we have 2. Again, we use that same process. Roof times the door ends up on the floor. Sister, subtract. We have a 3. Brother, bring down. We bring down the 1. We do the dad again. How many 5s can we get out of 31? We can get 6. That goes on the roof. Again, roof times the door ends up on the floor. Sister, subtract, and we have 1. There's no more bro, so after sister, subtract, we have rover left over. So we have 26 with the remainder of 1. Now remember, we can always check our answer by taking the number on the roof times the door, and then if we have a remainder, we add it in at the end. So let's just check our answer. We have 26 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. We bring our 3 to the next column. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 more gives us 13. Now we're not done because we have a rover left over, and we add that rover left over right in, and we have 131, which is the number that we started with over there. That will be our way to check our answers, remember, if we have a situation of division. Now, let's look at an answer or a problem here. Another type of problem. Now, it's going to be similar to the one we have over there, but just a tiny bit different. So let's say we have 3 and 121 this time. I say, how many 3s can I get out of 12? Well, I get 4. And again, we're still using that dad, mom, sister, brother, rover. Roof times the door ends up on the floor. Sister subtract. You get 0. I have a brother, so I bring him on down. Brother's in town, let's bring him on down. Now he goes to talk to dad, so that means we need to divide again. How many 3s can I get out of 1? Well, I can't get any out of there, so I had to put that 0 above that 1. We can't just stop because it's a lower number. We have to finish the process. So we have 0 times 3 is 0. Sister subtract. We have 1. No more brothers in town, so that's our rover left over. So we have 40 with a remainder of 1. All right. So just make sure that you're finishing the whole problem. When you have a brother to bring down, you have to go back up and do the division part. Okay? There's one more little thing I want to look at, and that has to do with how can you find an estimate. Okay? Now let's say if you look on 457, you have a lesson practice G. And on 457, lesson practice G, it says the employees in the shipment department of a company load 538 boxes total into 6 railroad cars. So they're into 6 railroad cars. About how many boxes are in each railroad car? Now, when we're looking for about how many, about means an estimated answer. So I don't want to do the full division and figure it out. What I want you to do is to think about taking off that 8 and thinking about what number, something times 6 is close to 53. And you got to think about those 6 factors. So you think of 6 times 7, 6 times 8, 6 times 9. Well, when we think about these, we have 6 times 7 is 42, 6 times 8 is 48, 6 times 9 is 54. 54 is real close to 53. So we're going to change the problem. We're going to change the problem here. We're going to keep that 6 the same. That doesn't change. That's going to stay the same. It's just this dividend that we want to change. So 53, instead of saying 53 there, I want to make it 54 because 6 times 9 is 54. But I have an 8 here. Well, a nice number to have there then is a 0. So I'm going to change that 54 to 0 because that makes it no remainders. And then I know that I can put that 0 up there. And now I have how many? It's about 90. About 90 because 540 is close to 538. And I can get that nice rounded answer. No remainders going on there. Okay, they don't want you to go, okay, I'm just going to do the long division process, see what I come out with, and then round it up by 1. It is a process, you could do that, but that's not what they're really looking for. They want you to round this number, make this number a nice number that's a multiple of 6. So 9 times 6 is 54. So 54 is a better number than 53. And then we change those last numbers over to a 0. So that's our lesson for today. We will go over this process about estimation again and again. So don't worry too much if you're not exactly getting that process, okay? But we will get to that again and again. So that's your lesson 71.